What's going on, my friends? It's Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. This is your number one spot for the hottest marketing training on earth. That was pretty cool, right off the top of my head there with that one. All right, my friends, we're going to be critiquing some sales funnels. Excuse me. I got my co-pilot here, Ryan Halbert. What's going on, Ryan, in the house?
What's up, Dave? Good morning.
Hopefully everybody's enjoying the not officially named, but I'm calling it the Dave and Ryan show over on Legendary Marketer branded social media pages. IG is going to be Legendary Marketer. You can follow us over there. It's just like IG. Follow the Dave and Ryan show over on IG. It's not really officially called the Dave and Ryan show, but we'll do that just for shits and giggles here. How you doing this morning, brother?
I'm doing good. It's another day, and nothing bad has happened to me yet, so that's a positive thing.
I always say if somebody asks me like how my day's going, I say it's going great. Don't screw it up, right? And they're like,
there you go.
Oof. Hey, okay, this guy's on a roll. All right, so we're going to be critiquing 3 funnels. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the show, we usually and often interview clients. I've done over 1,000 interviews on this show, and we'll occasionally do training. And in today's case, we're going to be critiquing some funnels. Now, why would we be critiquing funnels? Well, because it's funny, it's fun, it's entertaining, and you're going to learn something, because when we look at other people's work, we can sometimes learn what to do and what not to do. So what is the first funnel we're going to start with today, Ryan?
Yeah, so this first funnel is called survivalfitnessplan.com. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to get this on my screen, and then I'm going to share my screen. I should be able to do that. And I should be able to hit this and then screen, and then easiest with, okay, share screen. And then I just want to choose this one. There we go. Okay, cool. Can you see that?
Nope.
No, you can't?
Nope. Yeah, now we can. There was a slight delay.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So I like this one initially, right? I look at this and it's simple, right? He's got a headline there. He's got, self-defense plus parkour plus fitness. You're unstoppable. It's like a fitness, energy, training, intensive. Woo! Super.
I'm ready to run through a wall already on this one. All we're doing is entering our name and email.
Right. You're just entering a name and email. You get the 4-week survival fitness challenge for free, right? So he's got a lead magnet on there. He's got this little menu up here, which I would probably get rid of. I mean, but if that was the only thing, it's not.
Why would you get rid of that on an opt-in page?
A distraction.
Talk to the people.
Yeah, it's a distraction. You don't want to put navigation on there. I want to have one path, one thing for them to do. So having that up there just means that curiosity, right? If there's a little hesitation around this, there's an opportunity for them to act on that hesitation and just go do something else. Now they're not opting into your list.
Yes, in some cases on platforms like Google, for example, if you want to advertise a landing page where it's also known as an opt-in page, also known as a squeeze page, where they have to enter their email, and it's not a paywall, but they got to enter their email in order to get to the next step. Oftentimes you do have to put navigation in order for it to be compliant on some of these large ad platforms. However, if you can get away with not doing it, you want to not do it, because yes, it is a distraction. That's the difference between a website and a funnel. The other thing that I see, Ryan, so often, and then we'll get back to just what else is right or wrong with this. The other thing that I see people get their ads denied over is lack of terms in privacy policy. You have to have at minimum a privacy policy, and of course seek legal advice. I'm the furthest thing from a lawyer, but at the very least, this page at least has a privacy policy. So with this privacy policy and this navigation bar at the top, I do know that this particular funnel would likely get approved on platforms like Facebook, like Google, like Microsoft, Bing, etc. Back over to the critique.
Yeah. So I mean, as far as the top section of this goes, I mean, I'm not going to pick on the guy. I mean, I don't think he did a bad job here. But as we scroll down, we start to reveal some issues here.
Oh,
so
it's like walking into a Walmart right now.
Yeah. So I was very excited when I opened this and I saw this, and I'm like, oh, cool. This will be our great funnel that we'll talk about today. And then I got down here, and I mean, even this is okay, right? If I wanted to have a button that, brought him back up here, especially if I'm on a phone, maybe. But this is just too much. I mean, now you got parkour and swimming and roping and all these different books I can buy. And then I got all these blog articles. So now it's like, instead of just sending them into my offer, I'm sending them down a rabbit hole. And that's just, the worst thing you could do. Write emails to talk about this stuff. If you have a blog or you've got other books and other products, write emails to talk about these things. When you get them to initially do that click, it's so much work. It's really a huge commitment in a sense to get people to actually do that, as opposed to just continuing to scroll and watch other videos or continuing to, go past your ad or whatever they're going to do. It's so hard to get them to do that. Don't waste it by giving them, saying, here you go. If you don't want to do this, I have other things you can do instead. It just doesn't make sense. Like, this page should stop. It should stop right here. It should have his little compliance footer down here that has his privacy. He's got privacy there, but he should have his terms and his disclaimers and all that right here. That should be the end of the page. That should be the end of the page. Dave, thoughts?
I mean, you nailed it. We do too much. We want to do too much. We can't stop ourselves from continuing to either talk, write, build, record. Less is more, people, especially in direct response marketing, which is the style of marketing that we're using here online. You want to ask somebody to do, the golden rule is you want to ask somebody to do no more than one thing at a time. When they come to this page, they've got multiple places to opt in at. Right in the smack dab middle of the page, they've got things that they're blog posts, for Christmas sakes, and then above that, things to buy. I mean, it's like it went from a mysterious, interesting page that you sit there and you stare at and you're like, I wonder what's on the other side. Go back to the opt-in. You sit there, you stare at the opt-in page, you go, this is, if it was just that and the whole page was black, it did, again, it can have a white footer, but just that black, boom, that just hits it. Just, I want inside. It's like a door it's like a stove I gotta touch. And then you scroll and it becomes, it's almost like removing the curtain, from the Wizard of Oz and revealing that, there is no wizard, because you've got all this other additional stuff that you can look at. There's an element of, there's a few things that you have to remember with when both you're generating leads and also you're going to convert sales. Number one is less is more, one decision at a time. So you're only ever asking somebody to for example, even on a sales page, if you have two packages, the choice is one package or the other. When you start putting three packages, now you've opened up that additional package. Even before that, you had two packages, so they had to make. The reason why we only offer one thing to buy at a time and then use upsells is because you're only asking them to either buy or not buy. And then you take them to that next step and say, would you like to upgrade? You see the difference in how that's done? Most sales strategy is lay the smorgasbord of shit out and ask the customer to sift through it and try to figure out what they need when they have no idea what they need. That's why we tell people, stop using these stupid link trees and these dumb, all these things where you got a smorgasbord of options in your link in bio. If the person knew what they wanted or needed, they'd already done it. They wouldn't be on your profile. Tell them one place to go. And then you can sell your additional offers in your email follow-up. Everybody thinks they have to have their smorgasbord of shit right there for their customer to have to sift through right up front, because they just want to make sure that, I just want to have everything out here in case just there's somebody who needs this or somebody who needs that. People don't, in this world, when you're teaching somebody something, they don't know what they need. So you got to take them one step at a time.
Yeah. If you can't decide what that thing is, I would just say offer the best thing for the majority of your audience. I mean, just have a lead magnet or that first offer just be that good blanket solution. Cool. All right, let me see here. We're going to go. I got another funnel up here. I'm going to pull open. I'm going to just open all three so that we don't have to end the share on the next one. So we'll go here, and then we'll get this one. Now, this next one, these kind of get worse as we go. So that was the best one of the day here.
Wow.
So let's do my share screen again, and then here we go. I don't know if there's going to be a delay or not on this. This is as soon as we can see it here. This is bamdogs.com. So this one here, when I first looked at this one, my initial reaction was, holy crap, that's a lot of words. I'm not going to read all that, right? And we have, a little bit of navigation at the top. We've got, some mid-grade headlines here. It's nothing that incredible. It doesn't really, right? But it does describe what the offer, right? What you're going to get, right? Your dog's going to come when called, stay put, happy healing. Okay, that's all fine. I understand what's going to happen. And then we've got this, which, okay, this is more of a corner thing, I think, for me. I might put that, a little in the corner maybe, or tiny, tiny, tiny at the top, and then I got all these bullet points here, which, I don't hate bullet points, but it's just too much. It's too many words, right?
For a landing page.
Yeah. This is like an FAQ, or you put it at the very bottom of a sales page, right? You put it down there. Here's what you're going to get, right? And then here's your bonuses, right? You kind of work your bonuses into the copywriting. Maybe a bulleted list could work, but, work them into the copywriting. Really draw some clear attention to the bonuses to make them valuable, right? But again, this is something you wouldn't do, at least in my opinion. I wouldn't do this until I got them on a sales page. But then come to find out, right, if I were to go and opt in here,
look at this horrific
this is a sales page.
Holy Christmas.
And there's,
hey, go for the sale. Hey,
Yeah, it's $99. And so with these two-step checkout methods, right, this doesn't submit the information, right? When I first initially, it's like, it has me do the name and email first. So I think that's all I need. And then it opens up the rest. And it's like, okay.
Did you know you were going to be buying something? Was there copy? Did the copy on the page sort of, if you scroll up, was it like introducing this package that we're going to?
Not really, no.
Holy crap. Wow. That's unbelievable. So it's BAM as an online training. What? Scroll back to the top again. Online training course. Okay. So they come right there with is a course.
Yep.
So yeah, they didn't promise anything for free. So this is a sales page, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And I looked through the site. I mean, this is the root URL here. So unless they have landing pages somewhere else that I couldn't find, this is.
Do we know if they're even doing any sales? I mean, where did you?
I found this on the System.io marketplace. It only shows me how many people have earned affiliate commissions on it, and that number was 0. but it doesn't show me how many sales they've generated. There wasn't a way to easily find that information.
Probably also 0.
Yeah, we could be their first one. We could just
You could be the first, right? Go, bro, get that done. You have dogs. I don't have dogs, so this is not going to be useful to me.
I know. Well, I mean, we got to see if I'm convinced it'll be useful to me. So, I mean, I'm not mad at the picture at all, right? But we come down, it's just more text walls. It's just, there's no, right? The design of it's not very good. It's just hard to look at it. It's like, it gives me a headache, it's not, and I'm not trying to pick on this lady, but this is just a very basic, mock-up.
How do you know it's a lady?
Say again?
How do you know it's a lady?
Guys, so there's a lady right here. I mean, I'm assuming.
Is that okay? I wonder if that's actually her.
I don't know. I was making that assumption. Yeah.
Yeah. Scroll down. I want to try. Does it say her name? That experience. Hold on. Scroll back up. I'm trying to see the lady's name right there. BAM's creator, Sandy Rogers, has plenty. Okay, Sandy. Shout out to Sandy.
Okay, there you go.
Sandy's better at. I hope she's better at dog training than she is at funnel building and marketing online.
Yeah,
that's really all that matters, right? At the end of the day,
right. It is.
But yeah, this website's not helping her for sure. This sales funnel. This is not even a sales funnel. This is a basic sales page, and I mean, in order for you to make sales on this, they're going to need to be pre-sold. Likely watching either your content on Instagram. This page they're not going to come to this page though, I don't think, and be overly persuaded by it. Although we didn't read all of the copy. The bottom line is that the sales page could use some touch up. Could use some touch up. One thing I want to point out about the sales page though is when I say touch up, I don't particularly mean it needs to be more design pretty. I would just change, if you scroll all the way up to the top of the page, which is what really matters, right? Like above the fold, when they land on that page, that headline, right? It's not traditional obedience training. You teach your dog 3 fun tricks that lead to 3 very important skills. Come when called, stay put, happy healing. There's just that headline is what sucks. That above the fold kind of, here we are fully expanded on the window on a computer, and even the logo's half cut off there. That logo should be a tiny little logo up at the top of the page, not taking up all that space. There should be one headline right there at the top of the page, and there should be some sort of a video right there. Sandy, I'd love to see you in a video right there. Nothing additional on the page. Every single funnel builder has the ability for you to be able to have the buy button delay. It's a timer delay, and so when they land on you're going to call it a VSL, a video sales letter. It's a video that sells. Show them an example of it if you go to our challenge funnel or our confidence challenge funnel. It doesn't matter, either one of them. If you look at our sales page right here, typically, and give that a little scroll, you may already have our timer. Originally, when you land on this page, there's a timer that and Ryan, why don't you copy and paste just this link in the show chat so people can actually come over here and see what I mean. When you land on that page, you can also open it in an incognito window and likely have it do this.
What I wanted to see, yeah.
I've
had it open in all these windows. That's the problem.
It's piercing through all your cookies. So we've got that good. We got that good technology here at Legendary. We recognize even if you're on an incognito window. But my point here is, if we go back over to Sandy's, you've got a powerful headline at the top, and then you've got a video. And then down below that video, you have a button, and then you explain your program. And you explain your program by essentially, laying out, what you have, what it'll do for them, and what you want them to do now. Here's what I got. Here's what it'll do for you. Here's what I want you to do now. And that's old copywriting, sales letter framework strategy from marketing lineage back to legends like John Carlton, one of the original copywriting greats of this industry, said if you're ever in a bind and you just need to write some sales copy, you can just write, here's what I got, here's what it'll do for you, and here's what I want you to do now. You're gonna click the button below. You're gonna first put your name and email in. You're gonna create your profile, and then you're gonna get taken to step 2 to where you enter your payment details. And upon processing that, we'll give you immediate access to your back office, right? So that was somewhat lacking here. At least you felt surprised by the buy button there when that popped up. So. And then here's what I got. Here's what it'll do for you. Here's what I want you to do next. And then at the bottom, you can add some testimonials and then an FAQ section, and that should complete your sales letter, if you're in a pinch. And so if we scroll back to the top of the page, though, one thing to understand, basic marketing understanding and knowledge, is called, when somebody lands on your website, the part of the website that's above the fold, that's right there, that main first page, what people see is important. So you don't want to waste that. There's so much wasted space on this page that when they land on it, it doesn't make a great first impression on them. You need to be using that above the fold space to have your headline, your video, and ultimately, once your buy button either appears, or you want them to be able to see that too, all above the fold. You want as much as you can to be powerful and impactful right there above the fold. And this doesn't do that. And so those are the quick fixes for Bams, Dogs, and Sandy. Thanks for being a good sport, even though you didn't volunteer.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I think that hits the nail on the head pretty good here. So cool. Well, that was page number 2, which isn't, it's supposed to be a landing page, but kind of isn't. Now, if we come over here, this one, like I said, they kind of get even worse and worse as we go. This one here, I have a really hard time figuring out really what the offer even is. Or knowing what I'm actually getting into here. This text at the top is like way too hard to read. Your sacred agreement with self. I don't know what that means. He's talking about this simple yet extraordinary workshop is just a guided tour of you. When I was looking at this, I kind of, he doesn't really have the best picture there. I kind of feel like I'm in one of those like deep web hitman sites. You ever see one of those? You ever go on like Tor and go into the onion sites and you start clicking around, and I'm like, that's what I feel like this is like, it's, I don't know. They've got a lot of this type of like talk in that. When I was younger, I used to go in and get very curious, and I used to go browse and see what I could find on there. But I lost your audio, by the way. I can't hear you, but
I said, tell us more about that and tell us about what you found.
Oh, well, I don't know if I could do that. It's not, we might
not
have some
really, just joking.
Yeah. No, there was definitely things you tried not to find and would find by accident. And it wasn't something I would recommend.
Well, this seems like it's one of those things, you kind of come across this site and kind of wish that you didn't find it.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost kind of like cryptic in a way where it's.
Is there anything else on the page? It's just, have you scrolled all the way down? Okay, wow. So wait, what exactly is the first contract? I mean, one thing that I hate about these kind of pages is there's a couple of things. Your text is way too small. It's a font I can't read. The color using this purple background is horrible because I can't see the text. It's blurry. It's horrible. And putting it in the middle like that makes it look childish. shift your copy to one side, to the left side, like it's like every book and every magazine and every professional publication out there. You can have it be, and you want your sales pages to not feel corporate-y, but you don't want them to feel kindergarten-y either. And when you align your text center, friends, it makes your copy seem kindergarten-y. So shift it to the left like a professional adult, and always do that. One other thing is that you can actually, Facebook did a test, and as they do with everything, to the tune of billions of dollars, how to keep us addicted on the platform. We're streaming on it right now, yada yada. We're basically kind of trapped, right, on these platforms, for good reason. They've done a great job at trapping us. That center news feed, if you measure it, I believe it's 500 pixels. Well, however wide it is, they did a test that was the most comfortable state or width that eyeballs would read. If it was wider than that, eyeballs begin to strain. And so think about your sales pages, shifting text to one side, as I just said, making it large enough that somebody can read it, using a white background and black text, which is always going to be your simplest, cleanest presentation. And also making the width of the text 500, 600 pixels wide, 700 pixels wide-ish, taking into consideration the billions of dollars of research that other companies already did to figure out what is, because you want to get your text read on your sales pages. That's why you're putting it there. It's not just filler. And so make it as easy as possible for people to read.
Yeah. That's a hell of an explanation. I mean, I never thought of it in terms of, the width of a news feed. So, I mean, yeah, but you're right. You're right, though. I mean, it's a good explanation. Kind of changes the way you make every page moving forward, that type of explanation. But, it doesn't ever really get better. He says it's some kind of path life coaching. But there's never any clarity as to really what the offer is. He doesn't even have his eyes open in this picture, right? So he's got this picture of a spreadsheet down here. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's really bad. At the very least, right? I need to go back up to the very top. He needs to get rid of this trees in the background.
What the hell is is he even selling or more? What is even going on?
I'm not sure. It's some kind of coaching, right? It's right. What exactly is the first contract, right? So I got here and I says, okay, maybe I'm going to understand. And then I went through, and it's something about self. It's some kind of personal development manifestation, maybe agreement we hold with ourself, right? It's the self contract. It doesn't, like, explain to me in third grade language exactly what's going to happen when I click through this page, right? What am I going to get? What's it going to do for me? Explain it to me in a very, unless there's some audience out there, some major niche audience that's really responding to this type of language that I don't believe probably exists. But there's at that point that you already have an established community of those people, and then you could maybe start using something like this. But for just random people on the internet, or there's not really anything, any clear targeting. There's not any clear explanation what it is.
It's hard to make sense of something when something doesn't make sense. So the bottom line is, what we can learn from this is make it make sense, but also just these text, how to format a sales page. I mean, what you want on the top of your sales page and or landing page is on above that fold. You want big, you want your headline, you want your promise, you want your bold hook. You want to suck them in. If there's an important video for them to watch, it's right there above the fold, not a stock picture of trees. not a stock picture of a bad stock picture.
Mm-hmm.
This is a bad corporate website, and you as an individual have an opportunity to build anything you want, and there's no way that you could go to market with this. So friend, you got to fix this, and let's learn from people's from people's mistakes. And this is just not going to convert. Way too many people put stuff like this together and then go out to the market and say, why is my stuff not converting? This doesn't work. This is a scam, whatever. No, it's not. It's just your funnel sucks. It's bad. It makes no sense. Here's what's wrong with it. And you have to be clear about what it is that you're offering. One of the things that I've learned when we talk about landing pages and sales pages, you should probably take us off this page here and bring these mugs that only a mother can love back front and center for the people. One of the things that I've realized about landing pages, if we just talk about landing pages, I think the same goes for sales pages too, but landing pages, the simpler the better. The simpler the offer, the better. Way too often we think we got to give too much away, and it's like give them something simple and powerful that's like catnip. And if you can do something for them in your giveaway, it's even better. It's like right now, the perfect giveaway for all of you would be 10 pre-written headlines that you could fill in the blanks and copy and paste into your landing pages and sales pages. Wouldn't that be hot, Ryan? Write that down. Because, and honestly, would that be like catnip for you guys right now? Let's use ourselves as a way to learn about this kind of concept of how do I come up with things that would really be both simple and also really, really hyper, solving problems. Right now, we've created a problem, which is, hey, look, and that's the great thing about teaching, is that every new level you unlock, every new thing that you learn unlocks new questions and new problems, right? And so there's always something more for people to learn. And so right now we've kind of identified, okay, there's a lot of crappy ways I could build an opt-in page. A lot of crappy ways I could build a landing page. But there's also some things that if I just focus on writing really good headlines, I could really have a lot of success. That was kind of the common theme between every opt-in page, was fix that above the fold section and write a really powerful headline, right? Write something that really sucks them in, and don't just have either some big stupid stock image with some nondescript, it doesn't explain anything headline. Don't have some, whatever, the dog training where it was just kind of, it said this is a course, but then this 3 simple things, and then it's like got the logo cut off. Headline writing is important. So we identified that. Boom. It's like, yeah, that's clearly something that we could package that into a quick little 1-page document for that dog training funnel. 5 exercises you can do with your dog right now that will teach them to heal, that will make walks much more peaceful and much more controlled, or something like that, right? It's like simple things that you could give them that they could do right now, not just a bunch of information, that they could do right now, that they could use right now, are the most powerful things to give away. And when here's how you know you have a good landing page and you're giving something good away for free, is that you don't need all of that copy to explain it. The thing is valuable enough. It's like when there's something that's valuable, like if I walk up to you and I say, hey, Ryan, would you like to have this iPhone for $1?
Yes.
That doesn't need a bunch of explanation. It's just like, yes, there's something that's it's valuable. So if you come to a landing page and it's like, I'll give you a one-page document that has my 5 best headlines I've ever wrote for you to model those in your own business.
Yeah.
And it's like, would you give me your email for that so I could send it to you? I don't need to explain that in 5 pages of copy. That's just a simple thing. I'm not asking them to buy anything. So that's where the simplicity of the offer, the clarity of what you're giving away, and you know if it's something valuable because it doesn't require a lot of explanation.
Yeah, and I think the like the template for what you basically just said, which can be basically the biggest piece of copy on the page, the headline, which could be, if you want this solution to your problem, right, then do this, right? Do you want this solution to your problem? You can almost autofill that with anything. And every landing page I ever make anymore, this goes back. I've been using the same landing page design for I don't even know how long. Not since I started, but like once I found out, hey, this works and this was easier to build than like the pages like the ones we looked at, I just started using it forever and never changed it. It's just a headline at the top. It's my form with another little instructional sub headline, right? Enter your name and email and I'll send it to you for free, or enter your name and email and tell me where to send this thing.
Well, now you got to show it. I mean, show it, and then we'll bring the show in for a landing.
I can pull it up.
As he's pulling that up, I'll make a couple of announcements. As you all may know, and I've been shouting it from the rooftops, we'll be in Austin, Texas this Friday, January 31st through the weekend for our Legendary Marketer Mastermind. All of you who are going to be there, so looking forward to seeing you there. It's going to be a blast. You guys are going to have the time of your lives, and so am I. Each mastermind gets better than the last one, and I can't wait to see all of you there. We are going to be streaming the show live from Austin, Texas on Friday. If you'd like to get 30 minutes of down and dirty business plan clarity, niche selection, who is your target customer, advice, some other sort of feedback, if you want tips about how to become more accountable inside of your business to implement the things that you already know that you need to do. If you want to hear about our accountability mentorship program, where we hold your feet to the fire and hold you accountable and meet with you on a weekly and communicate with you on a daily and throughout the week basis, and bring you into our accountability mentorship group to help you to stay on the track and literally just simply use the training and implement the things that you are learning here so you can actually have success, then you can go to legendarymarketer.com/dirty30 and book a 30-minute call. We'll accomplish an enormous amount with you in 30 minutes. That's why we call it down and dirty in 30. No small talk, no, hey, let's right to work, right to what's your problem, let's help solve it. Is there a program or some sort of a training that we have that could work? Is there some advice we could give you that's working for others? If that's interesting to you or that could be useful to you, I don't know how it couldn't. Go to legendarymarketer.com/dirty30. Ryan, you got that page yet?
I do. I'm ready to share. So
Here we
go. You should be able to see. This is my page right here. This is the page I send all my traffic to. So this is tiny little thing at the top. Don't even really need that probably. But I have this short headline, this headline here, my forms, and then I have a picture of the thing. And the thing I did that I thought was super crafty was I give them an audiobook and a written book. It's not just, I gave them multiple formats in case they don't like to read. And this page works. I mean, my results aren't typical, but the opt-in rate on this page is about 83% right now. So that means 83 of every 100 people that visit this page are opting in. And I could verify that if you wanted me to. But this is the same design I use basically for every page. I have a headline, and then what you could also do is you can go like this, and you can see what the mobile view looks like. So Same thing, super simple. I wanted a big picture of the book there that showed the title, so I designed the cover to have the title at the top. I have this and this, kind of the size that allows for this to work. And I think this creates curiosity to where they want to scroll down and see the whole thing. And by the time they do that, they start seeing this, right? Get the audiobook and written book 100% free. And then they come down and they can see very clearly and easily what I want them to do. And that's my whole page. And then I have all my compliance stuff at the bottom. So I've used this design for basically every funnel. And I've been teaching you guys this design, this layout at the very least, right? Headline, book in our at least our blueprint members for a long time now, right? So it works for other people too. The other thing I think I would point out that I did intentionally on this page was emphasizing the things in the copy, like in the headline, that people are going to see value in, right? So if I say this is a hard 12-month that takes major commitment process, I could say earn $10,000 in 10 months, right? But 10 months is a long time. That's not as valuable as accomplishing something in 30 days. So here's a smaller, more achievable goal that you can hit with 4 simple steps, right? Now, I'm also intentionally a little bit vague on what the process is here. But this isn't like, once you get into this lead magnet, by the way, just for clarity for everybody here, this isn't here's how you start affiliate marketing guide. This is hey, first thing you got to do is start selling some of the crap around your house you don't need. The next thing you got to do is you've got to start finding some stuff you can do on the side, like go to the neighbor and see if you can mow the grass, like all stuff that I did. So if anybody wants to read it, you can. But if you go in there, it just promotes our challenge anyway. But you go in there, and you're going to see it's kind of a chronological, and it's just a story of all this stuff I've done to earn extra money over my lifetime. And I just condensed it into 29 pages with a whole bunch of pictures. And that's it. And I'm totally confident that anybody can go through that information and get the promise that I'm promising here. So that's
cool.
The story behind the page, essentially, and the copywriting, right? But I had a heavy focus on, right, what's a really realistic outcome that they're going to believe they can achieve, and what's a really enticing amount of time frame to do it in, and how do they want to do it? They want to do it in a simple way, right? So I just made it very clear exactly what that was.
Yep. Love it, man. Powerful stuff, dude. I want to share, really, that was a masterclass. So folks, hope you got all of that. I want to share briefly our itinerary for the few of you who are asking in Austin. Okay. Let me move this banner out of here as well. All right. So hopefully you can see that. Registration opens 8:30. Doors open 9 a.m. Day begins at 9:30. That's going to be the same every day, 9 and 9:30, and then you can see that we're going until 4 p.m. But on Sunday, it's just networking on Sunday afternoon. So the actual content portion will be over at 12:30. We'll have lunch and then networking from 12:30 to 4. All right. So all of the rest of the information about the event is going to be in your back office, and we will have finalized itineraries. This could change in terms of when a particular speaker speaks. But as far as the timing of the event, this is for the most part set in stone. We may go a little bit late on, for example, maybe Friday or maybe Saturday, not too much later, right? 30 minutes max. But besides that, for the most part, as long as any plans that you have are outside of those hours, you should be good. And don't forget, on Saturday night, we've got a legendary Lone Star Hoedown, people. You are not going to want to miss Ryan Halpert on the dance floor doing the Halpert. Okay, this guy does it like nobody else. I got to say, he's one of a kind. So we're looking forward to seeing that, man. And thanks for all the value today, brother. And we will check in with you later.
Sounds like a plan, Dave. Thanks for having me, and I'll catch y'all later.
See you, buddy. All right, my friends. We will see you all back here tomorrow for another episode. It's Tuesday. We're getting very close to hopping on planes and heading to a Lone Star State, Austin, Texas. Here we come. I can't wait to get some cowboy boots on these feet, cowboy hat on this head. I'm telling you, I'm going all out. No, it's going to be some fun. Come as you are. Really great group of people. Some of the best people I've ever met. Our team is incredible. They're going to do everything that they can to make you comfortable, happy, safe, and of course, create an amazing atmosphere for learning and growth. And I'm really excited for you to hear all of the speakers. We've got some great people that are going to be on that stage. So my friends, we'll see you back here tomorrow for another episode. Be legendary. Thanks, Ryan, for all the good stuff. And be great. Have a great day, my friends. Peace.